Bought the paddock, I was moving too fast. New G-Wagon, I was moving too fast. Got the condo, I was moving too fast. Only sorry cause I was moving too fast. So we said I knew it wasn't gonna last. Bought the paddock, I was moving too fast. Rich and Mealy, I was moving too fast. I knew it wouldn't last. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's going on, y'all? It is officially Tuesday. Let me just do a rundown of the timeline real quick today. First of all, I hope the wind isn't going crazy on this mic because it is very windy out here, but oh well. Woke up at 4, took a shower, left the house about 5:15 to get to the parking spot, to get to the airport, boarded the flight at 7:30, landed here in Newark, New Jersey at about, I think I landed at like 10 something. It's currently 2:20. I've been chilling at the airport for the past 4 hours, and I still got 5 more hours until it's game time. So I came to Newark because Frank is playing a game in Sports Illustrated Stadium, which is the home of the New York Red Bulls. So I was like, damn, that's a big game. I got to come and check that one out. Fingers crossed, I hope he's playing, because he called me on Sunday and was like, oh, I hurt my ankle in training, I'm probably not going to play. And I was like, bruh, that's tough. It happens. I'm going to still pull up anyway just to see you, just to, maybe we can talk. And then he texted me on Monday and was like, oh, my ankle's feeling much better, I'm going to play. I was like, all right, don't force it now. Like, if you feel better, then you feel better. Cool, go out there and play, but also don't force it. You're young. This isn't the Champions League final. It's okay. You don't have to play through an injury, So that was last night when I was talking to him. So we'll see what he's got going on today, whether he's going to play or not. But I'm just happy for him to have the experience to be in a 25,000 seat stadium and playing there, and I sent them a nice little text like, yo, go in there and visualize everything. This is what you've been praying for, and this is the first of many, and next time you play in a 25,000 seat stadium, all the seats gonna be filled, So yeah, I had to pull up on this one. But yeah, the flight I landed at 10 and the game started at 7, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna just chill in the airport to kill some time. I edited a video, I just put it out, but that's last week's vlog. I finished editing that up in the airport, put it out. Then I was just chilling, watching some vlogs, and now, like I said, I still got 5 more hours to kill, so I'm about to go closer to the stadium now. The stadium's only like 15 minutes away from here, so I'm about to go over there now and find a coffee shop. There's a little coffee shop in the area that I think I'm going to go post up in there and get back on my computer. Same thing I was doing in the airport, just do it in a new venue. I thought about going to New York briefly, just like, oh, I'm going to land at 10. I'm going to have 9 hours to kill. I should go into New York and like roam around. But here's the thing. I ain't got the bread to be roaming around New York. In New York on a Tuesday in the daytime, like, what you gonna do? You gonna eat or you gonna shop? I'm not trying to do either because I've got some big trips that are coming up that I'm saving money for and setting aside funds for and stuff like that. So yeah, this trip was already doing a little too much. It's not doing too much. I'm just here for 12 hours. I didn't even book a hotel. This is the cool thing when you a man and you traveling without your family, because if I was traveling with wifey and baby, like, yeah, this would never happen. But I'm solo dolo. I'm flying back to Atlanta tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So like, if I'm flying out at 5 a.m., what I need a hotel for? So yeah, I'm just gonna, after the game, I'm gonna come straight back to the airport and chill at the airport until my flight boards at like 4 in the morning or something like that. I don't know. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm figuring it out as we go, because that's the way life is. That's what you do. So yeah, I decided not to go to New York. This is a quick little 12-hour trip. Been in the airport for a while now, and now I'm about to go and drink some coffee. I'm probably not even going to drink the coffee because I'm trying to tighten my whatever. Stay tuned. You get my belongings. Get up out of here. The wind would stop right when I'm done recording as well, so I hope everything came through correctly.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you love it on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was
Alright, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't. I feel good, sometimes I don't. I finesse down Western Road. Might go down to G.O.D. I go hard on Southside G. I make sure that Northside heat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish on me. Yeah. Hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me.
Frank came over from Liberia through the Nation One Academy Pathway program in, I believe it was 2022. I had never met Frank because the last time I was in Liberia, he wasn't a part of Nation One yet. He was still living at home. But Octawi came back. And he was like, yo, we got a kid coming. His name is Frank. He's the real deal. And I was like, at this time, you know, I known Alfred, I know Milton, Hamza, Lawrence, Cookie. I knew all the guys, you know, and they had been here for some years. And Octawi come and he talking about Frank, and he was like, yeah, man, Frank might be the best one out the bunch. And I was like, what you mean the best one? Like, these other dudes is real deal. Don't play with him. He's like, nah, man, Frank is different. So I had been hearing about Frank this, Frank that for some months before I had finally met him. And then one summer, me and Octawi and Hamza, we drove to Tennessee because the MLS Flex tournament was going on in Nashville. So we drove up there to see IFA play Frank's team. Henry and Frank were on the same team. So we go up there to see them play. They're playing against Chicago Fire Academy, which I forget the age group, but Chicago Fire was like one of the top clubs in that age group. And yeah, it turned out that Frank actually was the real deal because I saw him and he was just doing whatever he wanted to with anybody out there on the wing. And that's pretty much who he is, and that's kind of what he's continued to do for a while. So he came here, he went to a junior boarding school, he was at Fessenden Academy up in Boston, and now he's at St. Benedict's Prep here in New Jersey, the #1 team in the nation. They just recently broke their 26-game win streak. They've won all types of championships all the time. So it's a really heavy, soccer-heavy program. Two-time Gatorade Player of the Year, who's currently killing things at Clemson, went to this school. So yeah, Octawi pulled that together. Octawi's the one that got him in there. I told Octawi, he was like, bro, you did your big one when you got in contact with St. Benedict, because that's the perfect place for Frank to be. But anyway, let me backtrack a little bit. I think it was like 2 summers ago, just due to circumstances, Frank ended up staying with me for like a month. And, you know, I was taking him to training sessions at Atlanta United and stuff like that. And we were just kind of hanging out. And I got to know him a lot better. And as impressive as he is on the pitch, he's like 10 times better of a human being, you know, like I remember one time, you know, he had just got done training in the morning and he was on my couch resting, just kind of relaxing. I wanted to, you know, make something to eat. There were some dishes in the sink, so I just got up and started washing the dishes in order to, you know, prepare my meal. And he might have been asleep, but then he heard me doing the dishes and he jumped up out of his sleep and came to the kitchen and he almost kind of reprimanded me. He was like, come on, Uncle, you're not supposed to be doing the dishes. I'm supposed to do the dishes. And I was like, bro, but I mean, I wasn't going to just ask you to do the dishes. And like, you're not my son like that. I wasn't going to interrupt what you're doing. And he was like, yeah, man, but you know, just being a Liberian kids are super respectful. And he's like, I'm staying in your house. Like, I'm supposed to be the one doing this. So I was like, all right, say less. He clicked with Zuri. You know, him and Zuri are. She always asking for Frank. That's my guy. You know, I'm close to all the Nation One guys, but you know, I got a special little spot in my heart for Frank just because I've spent more time with him. Even though I met him the latest, I ended up being able to spend a lot of time with him due to different circumstances. But yeah, so that's why I felt like it was really important for me to come to this game here in Newark, and especially at this massive stadium that's behind me. I'm about to go in and see. The game still is not about to start for another 2 hours. It's currently 5:02. The game starts at 7. But I'm hoping maybe they'll let me in early. Yeah, come along for the ride. Okay, so I didn't know there was a girls' game. That makes sense, but yeah, I'm here early, so I'm just gonna go ahead and come in here and sit down and catch the girls' game.
Spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim light stage like a latex. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. If this tickle lean, where the lean at? Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Probably going jeans cause I'm cool, right? Checking from my fan life is fantastic. I was broke as hell, sleeping on the mattress. Looking like a hell when nobody happy. Hot shells jumping out, they semi-automatic. Really know about a color, got a new edit. Now the BB's with a V-long jean jacket. You can see me even if you had 3D glasses. Paying bitch in the bikini, she from Calabasas. Got a pocket full of blue cheese and some green relish. I'm a sucker for these hunters, got a cash fetish. I've been studying these hunters, I'm a mathematic. Getting love, make me wonder about my dedicated. Just love got me geeked up, I don't need a hat. Drake goals, let these niggas know we born ready. Smooth clothes on my bitches, we ain't ball capping. Alien feel like I'm living on my own planet. All the spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim light stage like a latex. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. But this tickle lean, where the lean at? Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Probably going jeans cause I'm cool, right? She know she was overseas, they were pan level. Shopping Tokyo, Japan, they the best of them. Blue pair t-shirt, sleeve button leather. Hard top, turn a vert, riding anywhere. Gotta bend down, this ain't a propeller. Man, we spend it down, copping Gucci sweaters. There's a drippin' nigga drowning, I cannot help him. Used to boom, now the guys, we are not the devil. Got Colombia ties out of Mexico. The beds 100 times, still smell dope. Got some perm fill up, flying, feel like Velcro. A bitch fine, and love shopping on Rodeo. I be if you don't want copy, piss a day, yo. I ain't stingy, my bro gonna get a payroll. I just want the pretty women in the peso. I can only hit it in the Lambo. I'm a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. White mansion in my habitat. Aim light stage like a latex. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. If this tickle lean, where the lean at? Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Probably going jeans cause I'm cool, right? I'm a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim light stage like a latex. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. But this tickle lean, where the lean at? Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Probably going jeans cause I'm cool, right?
electric. Okay, well, man, that joint was crazy. I need to call my Uber because the game is over, but I'm trying to give a quick recap before I keep making moves. But yeah, St. Benedict. So, like I said, Frank was dealing with an injury. He hurt his ankle on Sunday. So, hurt his ankle on Sunday, didn't practice on Monday, game on Tuesday. So he normally starts, but because he didn't practice on Monday, yesterday, he didn't start. So Pingry, I think is the name of the other school, they came out like gangbuster. They went up 0-2 in like the first 15 minutes. After the second goal went in, Frank jumped up off the bench. I don't know if the coach told him to get off the bench or he got up on his own, but he got up off the bench, started warming up, and literally he was the battery to the team. He came in and just went crazy. He was defending like I've never seen him defend before. He had 3 assists. The third assist was for the game winner. He was cramping up for the last like 30 minutes of the game and just would not sit down, would not come out the game. That was a masterful performance, Frank. You a bad boy. I already probably told you that on the phone, or I'm about to tell you that when you call me, but you a bad boy. That was a warrior performance right there, Frank. Goodness gracious. It's like he was in the big stadium, and I don't know, man, this environment was built for him. Like his energy was on 10 the entire time. That was whew. Nah, that game was crazy. Yeah, I'm about to call my Uber right now, and I'm about to go to the airport. It is currently 9:50 p.m. My flight is at 5:30 a.m. or something like that. But I mean, I'm not gonna go anywhere else and like hang out or something. So, like I said, trying to save bread. So, about to go to the airport and just post up there. All right, well, shit, let's go in here and record this shit. This is terminal code daily. I'm cool. A few hours later, back at the airport, heading back home. Anyway, I'm at the airport. Let me lock in and focus, get my passport out, get my battery packed because my phone about to die, get my ticket and all that. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all.